So we all know that Sandbox has been making some astronomical gains in the past week, making some huge returns for early investors and practically putting the whole entire crypto gaming market on its back. But in this video, we want to find out how much is actually left in the tank for Sandbox. Can you actually make some juicy gains from now on? Can you still become a millionaire from Sandbox, or is it going to start plummeting from here? That's what we want to talk about in this video. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Vilius, and on this channel we talk about NFTs, metaverse, crypto gaming, so practically anything that makes juicy fat gains. And if that's something that you're interested in, better stick around and enjoy this video, because we have a lot of content like this coming in the future practically on a daily basis. Now, let's be honest, who doesn't like some juicy fat gains to wake up, to go to bed with? Everyone loves making money. So if you want to see that, stick around and leave a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're at it, why not? It really helps me out and shows that you guys enjoy these kind of videos. So without further ado, let's talk about what Sandbox actually is. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. And let's talk about, for those of you that don't know, what does Sandbox actually do? Now, for those of you that don't know what Sandbox is, to put it real simple and explain it real quick, Sandbox is practically a virtual gaming world comparable somewhat to the style of Minecraft, where you can buy NFTs, that could be different types of items, and also sell, own, and buy different land plots, where you can host events and all sorts of things, practically create, host, and build your entire new world. With some of the virtual land plots already selling for multiple millions of dollars. As you can see on the left-hand side right here, a plot of virtual land that went for $4.3 million in the Sandbox is the most expensive metaverse property sale ever. This was exactly 2 days ago, and this is not the first multi-million land plot sale that we have seen. We've seen it for Mainnet, we've now also seen it predominantly for Sandbox, and this is huge news if we think about it, how early we still are in the whole metaverse grand scheme of things. So real estate property can really come a long way in the metaverse already. And in terms of sales of NFTs, they're currently sitting on ranked #1 on OpenSea, the biggest Ethereum NFT marketplace on the market right now, with over 11,000 in volume in the last 7 days alone. Obviously, we've seen a little bit of a decrease. The floor price has decreased, but we have over 100,000 items that are available for sale, and you can obtain land plots for as cheap as 0.6 Ethereum. And some of the NFTs right now are listed for near 1 million Ethereum. Obviously, these guys are holding on for their dear life, but are willing to sell it for 1 million Ethereum. But these ones are probably relatively unrealistic. And we see some people bought into the whole land plot things very early at 0.65 Ethereum and are listing it for hefty price points. So early investors in Sandbox and the whole NFTs and also land plots have surely been rewarded very fairly. Now, in terms of what really hit off the spike for Sandbox, the pump in general, would be obviously #1, Facebook and also Mark Zuckerberg. This led to a major pump in most crypto gaming coins, especially the bigger ones such as Sandbox, Mainnet, Engine, and also Gala Games were some huge movers in this market. And then later on, there was another huge seed round collected and created a Series B investment round of $93 million, led by one of the biggest investment companies, SoftBank, Animoca Brands, which is a very well-known company and a leading frontrunner in terms of investing in gaming cryptos. So anytime you see Animoca Brands, that is a huge backing. This is a great source of credit that this project can really take off and do some fantastic work. And another big aspect was the alpha release of the game on Monday, where you had to hold at least $10,000 worth of Sandbox to actually participate. Now on screen, you'll see a little bit of gaming footage of the alpha release version. Keep in mind, this is only alpha. There's still a lot to come, and through more adoption and through better and more updates of Sandbox, more and more use cases being introduced, with more and more users playing this will only lead to Sandbox continuously increasing in prices. And I do believe that Sandbox can be one of the biggest crypto games out there, with the similar style to Minecraft, which has over 100 million players to date. Now, I'm not going to be going too much into detail of how the game actually works right now in this particular video. If you guys want to see, definitely drop a comment down below. But there are some other YouTubers that have covered how the gameplay actually works a little bit more in detail and a little bit more information on the alpha release. For this, I highly recommend check out the YouTuber NFTverse. He did a fantastic feature on this exact topic. So if you guys want to find out more on that, definitely check out that guy's video. So this truly was a buy the rumor, sell the news type of narrative, which a lot of people made a lot of gains, but I was very surprised to see that Sandbox hadn't really decreased too much in price if we actually fetch up the Sandbox price right now. We're currently sitting at $6.23, with shortly peaking above $8.20. If we can catch it right here, there was this one period where it went over $8, but roughly the all-time high was approximately at $7.80. So some massive gains were to be made with Sandbox. Another aspect that we shouldn't neglect is that Adidas was a big contributor as well. A big global brand went into the full-on blow metaverse. They invested into Coinbase, partnered up with them. They also partnered up with Sandbox, buying a huge land plot, which obviously led to some very bullish news. Investors were very excited about this. And not only did Adidas invest into Coinbase and also Sandbox, but also they invested and partnered up with Bored Ape Yacht Club. So it's going to be very exciting to see where this continues. And this led also to some Bored Ape Yacht Club members being very excited about this brand new news, which I can definitely see why this happened. And by Adidas stepping into the metaverse, this was a huge step signalizing that the metaverse is here to stay. And I do believe that they're not going to be the last brand, huge brand that steps into the metaverse and leaves a significant footprint, paving the gateway for bigger brands such as, for example, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Nike, etc., to also move slowly but surely towards the metaverse and putting their brand all over the place as well, which is going to be interesting to see such huge brands and companies move into the space as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Sandbox is that they have been developing this project for quite some time already. Sandbox has been working since 2011. Pixel was founded, and they first initially dropped as a mobile game, and only 2017 they decided to switch the whole project towards Ethereum and actually decided to move towards crypto gaming. So this was a huge risk from their side, which was eventually rewarded. Just by looking at the roadmap right now, they have been working on this for ages. They have been developing and working on this project. And by now, Sandbox even has over 100 employees working on this project. And it's crazy to see how far this project has come and how early in general we still are to this whole metaverse topic. And looking forward to the future, to the near future of Sandbox, we can see they still have a lot of things planned. For example, in Q1 of 2022, progressive opening of the metaverse to landowners who have built high quality experiences. So they will be able to build and utilize their land for whatever they want to do, whether it's to build out games, plots, whatever they want to do, it is going to be available for them in Q1 22. So that is going to be very interesting to see. Launch of DAO with staking and voting mechanisms for sand, land, and avatar owners in Q2 2022. So this way, they'll be able to impact the whole decision and future of Sandbox as an entire community. So that is always very fantastic to see. In Q3 2022, launch of the first virtual contras, Dead Mao 5, Richie Houghton, and also the Walking Dead game, which was a huge partnership back then when they actually announced it, since one of their partners is actually working together on The Walking Dead, and you'll be able to participate in one of your favorite series. You'll have some zombies in the metaverse, which in my opinion was a huge global move. And another well-known move was the actual partnership with Snoop Dogg, who actually now owns a huge land plot of metaverse as well. Sandbox by now has done some huge global marketing campaigns, partnering up with massive influencers and also massive shows, also including gaining mass awareness for their entire project as a whole. And huge marketing plays like this and making the game a lot more playable, bringing in millions of users, maybe just even a fraction of the players of Minecraft with the help of NFTs and all the actual factors that you can do within Sandbox hopefully one day. I definitely believe this could be a top 10 crypto in the long-term future, even in the short-term future, maybe even possibly by 2022, by 2023. This is a project that I'm very bullish on in the future. Now, you might be thinking, sure, that's all well and good, but how far can Sandbox actually go from here? Now, I've mentioned that I really believe in Sandbox in the long-term future and idea, with the marketing proposals that they're working on, with the features that are coming out, with the further development of the actual game. Keep in mind, this is only the alpha series. And if we actually look at the entire global market cap, it's at $5.6 billion right now, which in my opinion is crazy to think that a coin like Shiba Inu with no exact purpose, no offense to the Shiba Inu fans and also investors, I like Shiba as much as you do, and if a project like Sandbox has only 1/4 or 1/5 of that market cap, it still has a lot of room to go, believe me. Granted, we've had a huge run up if we look and zoom out on TradingView from all the way here from October 21st was already a huge move up, just alone from moving from $1 to almost $8. Well, it was actually at $8.30. Congratulations for anyone who held up that long and actually sold right here. That was a massive movement of almost Well, pretty much 1000% if you invested slightly before the announcement of Meta by Facebook, which really kicked things off just shortly afterwards and really led up to a massive rally throughout November. This gave Sandbox the chance to catch up with Meta, which has really been steering the whole crypto gaming universe, but in my opinion, this still has a long way to go. And if we're talking about the whole crypto gaming market as a whole, yes, there have been some big movers already with Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Sandbox, Engine, and also Gala Games, for example. But in my opinion, there's still a lot of 5 to 10x's left on the table if you invest into the right projects. And sure, Sandbox can still easily move up 2, 3, 4, 5x potentially, depending how Bitcoin and the whole entire bull market cycle still performs, and so can Decentraland. But in my opinion, if you want to get these degenerate plays, these juicy gains, you have to start investing into different projects in comparison to Sandbox, which already had a almost 10x gain in the last month. Keep in mind that after huge moves, there has to be a somewhat of a cool-off period, and something that I am a little bit nervous about is that 1/3 of the current token supply is also going to be released, with 300 million tokens being put in the total supply, which will definitely lead to the price of Sandbox plummeting a bit, but also increasing the whole entire market cap. That's going to be interesting to see how that impacts the price of the token and how that progresses. And in my opinion, crypto gaming is definitely one of the most promising industries that will create a bunch of millionaires, such as you watching this video right now, if you actually make a few of the right moves and a few of the right plays. And to put a whole conclusion on this whole Sandbox topic and video in general, yes, Sandbox still has some fantastic moves ahead. They can still make a 3 to 5x play, in my opinion, and depending how Sandbox continues developing, and in long-term vision, I do believe Sandbox is going to be one of the biggest, maybe even the biggest player in terms of crypto gaming, pushing itself upwards to the top 10 cryptos of the whole entire market. I firmly believe that, in my opinion. And Sandbox has done some fantastic moves, and Sandbox has the first mover advantage, is a catalyst, but think about it, with all the eyes drawn towards Sandbox, there is little to no room for error, and if something bigger happens, this will lead to a massive price decrease, and investing after a massive run-up is not always the right thing to do. I know FOMO kicks in, I know you want to get into these juicy gains, but don't worry, there's still a lot of room left for moves in the crypto gaming market on the table. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about in tomorrow's video. We're going to be covering some of the best coins that we can actually buy into this current dip right here, because we see right now a lot of red in the crypto gaming market. Bitcoin has dropped down to 56,500 approximately at the recording of this video. So we have a lot of great investment opportunities in the crypto gaming market where you can actually still make a lot of 2, 3, 5x gains in the near future, as we've seen recently with Gala Games, for example. What we'll also be seeing is that from a lot of these bigger projects, such as Axie Infinity, Decentraland, Sandbox, Engine, Gala, they will be taking profits slowly but surely, not necessarily now, but in the near future, and they will be pouring in and out to smaller and smaller gaming crypto coins to make these juicy gains that they've managed to achieve so far. So that's what I have my eyes open for. And if you guys want to hear what kind of coins that I will be investing in, and I already have invested in, definitely tune in for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a juicy video. You do not want to miss out on that one. So that pretty much wraps up today's video from Sandbox. They've done a great job so far. They're going to continue doing a great job, but the juicy gains are left into smaller all-cap gems in the crypto gaming market. So I know you guys want to see that one. Stay hungry, stay healthy. See you guys back tomorrow with another video. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye. See ya.